Okay, the reason we're recording this video is me and Alice were having a conversation on the way home from school about people labelling other people and calling them goth or emo or whatever. Now, a bit of background info that what sparked off this rant of mine. I was talking to a girl who I work with in PE sometimes, and she dresses sort of gothic, you know, she's dyed her hair black, she wears black a lot. She was saying she listens to gothic music, and she was saying how she hates people who label her a goth or emo or just do things to her. And like, she's had water thrown at her and everything just because they consider her to be goth, and now she doesn't like being called goth because she doesn't think she is. Now, on that same day, I was walking up the hill coming out of school with another one of my friends. And the girl was in front of us. And my friend said to me, God, she's a right goth. This really pissed me off because it was exactly what she said. And so I got ranting about labelling, people pretending to be something they're not, yada yada. Right, okay, so I'm going to go over to me and Alice arguing about who you should label and who you shouldn't. Right, stick with us. Okay. Right, so, what were we saying? Right. I hate people who think they can, I hate people who think they can, because they think they listen to the right music, they dress the right way. We can call people goth. Goths are wrong. We're the cool people, you know. People who wear black or listen to a different sort of music of us, we can label them and throw water at them, whatever.
Why would you throw water at people?
People throw water at Heather.
These people are throwing water at us.
But don't you hate people who just pretend to be something they're not just so they fit in? People like my friend.
Yeah, but they're saying, but they're like nearly everyone's like that. I mean, like
no,
yeah, but even the goths are like that. They like think they're cool because they listen to that adult music.
No, but do they parade about like jazz? Do they label people chav or whatever or gangster?
Well, my sister, she's a goth, and she like calls people chav. She says she hates me because I'm a jack.
Yeah, but she doesn't do it in that way, and I think actually Charlotte is very. That's her sister, by the way. Charlotte is one of these fakes we were talking about. Not that she doesn't like this music and all that, but the way she acts towards it. Yeah. I hate people who think that because they think they listen to like a certain type of music, or if they listen to the music that everyone else thinks good, that when someone comes along and listens to different music, dresses a different way, they can go, oh, God, they're such and such a whatever. Pisses me off. Really pisses me off. Then we got talking about fake goths, didn't we? People who try to be goth when they're not. I know several people who do this.
My ex friend, she always dresses really she's like this weird bimbo emo person.
And she's not really.
No, she's not.
We're not talking about Melcy, are we?
No.
Good. Her name's not really Melcy, by the way. We're not weird. We just have code names. But we're talking about Mema.
Yes, Mema.
It's obviously to guess what Mema's name is, then you can figure out what Melcy's name is.
Not really. Chelsea.
Yeah, you just said it's not Chelsea.
Oh. Well, anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter because you don't know who we are, so how are you meant to know who they are? Well, actually, quite a few people who we know comment on our videos.
Tom.
Becky. Okay, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Anyway, and she dresses like all this blur, and it's blur, and she's not even like that.
Yeah, we're talking about fake cutters now, aren't we? And things.
Yeah, and she like cuts her wrists. And in year 7, she used to sit next to me in. Not year 7, the beginning of year 8, she had to sit next to me in English, and she was just sat there with her scissors, and I'm like, oh, Emma, you can't do that in front of class. And then she's like, ooh, look, I'm starting.
Can I just show them? Can I just show you that? Oh, God.
I'm going to hold it, you'll break it.
Now they know where I'm going to be, where I'm going to sat. They can abduct me. Okay. If you're there, I'm sat. Block 10, 13 rows up. Yeah, I'm going to be... Okay, anyway.
Yeah, anyway. And she's just like, ugh. And I noticed it, and I was like, Emily, you can't just do that. It makes me feel sick.
But we're not talking about people who cut, because we're talking about people who pretend they've got a cutting problem, aren't we?
Yeah. But I feel bad for her and everything because she doesn't do it anymore.
People assume she does.
Yeah, oh God. And then people like, oh my God, don't stand next to her, she's an emo. And then she's like, yeah, I'm not an emo there. And we were talking to my friend on a Friday at Directions. And
Which is like a jam thing.
Yeah, and she said, Abby went, why don't you stop being emo? And she went, I've just, but everyone keeps like calling me emo even though I'm not anymore. Just like, I can't stop being emo even though I'm not anymore.
Which, right, so let's get back on track here. We were talking about, we're not mouthing off about cutters, people who self-harm, because it is a serious problem, and, you know, people who do, but I hate people who cut in the same way that posers for, you know, who follow the crowd, like, pretending that they're cool because they listen to certain music. In the same way, there are people who cut because they think that it's cool and they think, you know, it's something they should do. And I hate people like that because I do have friends who generally have problems. And so when I see people walking about going, woo, I'm depressed, I cut all the time. Yeah, woo. It pisses me off so much because I have a friend who cuts, still does. She's still struggling to get over it. But she doesn't do it all the time. She has like bouts of depression in which she cuts. And when she's not in one of her best stages, she's the happiest person I've ever met. She's not like, I cut, I'm depressed, I cut, I rock. She hates it when she is the way, when she's at this point, you know, when she's depressed. But normally she's like one of the happiest people you could meet.
Yeah, but you like saying that they don't want to earlier. The people who cut, they don't actually want to, but you get to choose what you do, and it's like
that's what I was trying to explain
people
to
who
you.
Smoke, they obviously want to, or they quit.
That's what. Yeah, smoking is a different thing. Apart from if you like drunk and start smoking, but that's completely different. Okay. What I'm saying is, when you're depressed, you start cutting, and you do think to yourself.
No, I get depressed a lot. I do not cut.
I'm talking about psychologically depressed, as in the mental illness depression. Can I just say that if the video goes off and we're still talking, we'll start another one. Just don't think we've cut off after we've got that conversation. Right. People actually have the psychological illness, mental illness, depression. When they're doing it, they think, oh yeah, I do want to cut. They're like, because they think it distracts them from like the emotional pain. So they think, yes, they do think, yes, I want to do this. I definitely want to cut. But then, when they're not depressed, they'll probably stop back and think, why did I do that? Cutting isn't a good thing. I didn't want to do it. I wish I'd not made that decision. But when they were depressed, they weren't thinking straight.
But why would they be depressed?
People get depressed for lots of different reasons. Something might happen that makes them depressed, or they might.
Yeah, but don't you think it's really stupid when like, oh, I'm depressed, I'll cut my down because my boyfriend's dumped me. That's just really sad.
Well,
it's like, it's a boy, get over it, get a new one.
Maybe, yeah, we like our age, then I could. You can't get properly depressed just from your boyfriend dumping you, unless, like, if you like were an adult and you got divorced and your life got out of hand, then I think you could develop depression.
I don't understand it if you like someone died. I don't understand it then, but if it's like a boy.
Sometimes the phone's ringing, just ignore it.
I wanna.
No, Alice, no! Come back. Right, so I'm going to continue this to you, who are watching the video. I think that. I think Alice, now you're back. I think you have to have a lot going through your life to actually develop depression. You can have a moment where you're depressed or feel sad, but to actually get depression, things have to be really bad. But you can become depressed for absolutely no reason. I think your life could be perfect and you could develop depression. Because I look at it like that, an illness, and that's what it is. People can't help.